Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. This is the Super Dave Special Review. Super Dave here with another exciting special review today. That's right, we're going to be looking at some NECA gargoyle figures, a couple of them. One that I've had for a while, Demona. And I am going to enter her directly into my Masterverse. That's right. I'm not really going with the gargoyles. I apologize for those who are diehard gargoyle fans. I am using these characters in my Masterverse with He-Man. She's going to be a good guy. I actually am using Thalog as a bad guy to partner with Skeletor. But I'm using all these characters. That's just me. In my Masters of the Universe. I actually have them in an episode of figures that go well with MOTU Classics or Revelation or Masterverse figures. But I'm not going to do one of those episodes this time because the main reason I'm getting a hold of the two that I'm looking at today, Demona and Bronx, which is the other one that we're going to go over today, is because he comes with that cape that straps on Goliath. But I am excited about this dog because I think he'll make a good pet for Goliath, an ally. I mean, everybody's got their little partners. You know, the Axe Battler has his dragon. Tyrus Flare has her dragon. He-Man has Battle Cat. She-Ra has Swiftwind. And Goliath has Bronx. Even though he's not going to ride him, he's still going to be a good ally pet. All right? So, we're going to take a look at Bronx and all his accessories alongside with Goliath and the cape and Demona. That's right. We're going to look at her as well in this review. So come on over here in Eternia and let's check them out. So first, taking a quick look at Demona. Here is her bio if you'd like to look at that very quickly. But you see the different things that it shows she's coming with there. Really cool. She has that demonic looking face, which I'm not really going to be using that one. She has two gripping looking hands so she can hold on to those guns. Two balled up fisted hands, as well as her spread out open palm hands that she is equipped with. Just look at that beautiful face. How can that be a bad guy, right? Which I didn't watch the cartoon, and I know that she's supposed to be for the most part, but love her muscularity, her arms and shoulders and abs and thighs, and then these cool weapons that she comes with, this cannon looking thing as well as this almost machine gun looking thing. So she is really cool, really awesome. Of course, those really spread out wings. We need some folded up cape type wings for our Demona as well. Like her tattered clothes, she fits right in with the Masters of the Universe time period type look with loincloths and all that good stuff. I think they go along great together. So she and Goliath are a pair, a team, a couple, if you will, in my Masterverse anyway. That's my imagination. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the featured guest here, and that is Bronx, who comes with Goliath's folded up wings, which makes him look amazing. And I like the way Bronx looks. He's such a cool gargoyle turned into a flesh being as well, a actual beast, some kind of pet beast. And there is his alternate head that he comes with there. He's trying to lean it forward as much as possible on that peg, but he comes with this piece of meat. Look how realistic that is, like a piece of steak. That is so cool. So this mouth is detailed with the tongue and the teeth. Just like rawr. So you can stick that inside of his mouth perfectly there. It'll hold it. And then this mouth is actually articulated. So now that we've looked pretty much at the accessories, let's go ahead now and look at Bronx Articulation. All right, taking a look at our Bronx Articulation. Bring him in on closer here. Let's look at this head sculpt first of all. As I was showing you, that mouth is articulated. and will open up itself about that much. So that's not bad. Really cool. We'll look at the other head closer up in just a moment. But Bronx will look up that much. He will look down a good amount as well. He has the ability to look side to side and give us some expression, some pivoting there, which is cool. This neck is also on some kind of joint, so you're able to look down a little bit with the neck, which I was using that when we were doing the down motion, and as well as the side to side, that neck is able to move up in here in this joint here. It's actually soft right here. This is a soft shell, so the skeleton actually has a joint inside, so you can move that a little bit. I don't know, yeah, there's a joint in there, so it does move. But you're gonna have to be careful with that, because I could see this splitting and breaking over time, this soft plastic that's been painted over here. All right, legs will go out a good amount there. Look at that. I mean, they spread way out. I mean, that's basically just, you know, hinges and ball joints like a normal action figure. 360 there. And instead of a bicep swivel, it has elbow swivel there. That's the bend of this leg. And it is single jointed, but gets good range. It's going to go down. You see the peg hole in the bottom of both of the feet there. So he's going to be able to hinge at the ankle as well as at the toe, and he even gets rockers at the toes. So that is really nifty. There's like a ratchet in that ankle. So a lot of articulation for this dog type gargoyle beast. Then in the back legs, they will also spread apart, but look, that's actually like a actual kind of waist thigh type T-joint, ball joint system. So he's got, you know, thigh rotation back there, and that big thigh of his go out so he could lift his leg to pee on a hydrant. It's going to be able to go up about that much. It's going to be able to go back about that much. So that's going to be a good amount for him to stand up and do some things. I don't know if this head, the only problem is this head ain't going to go down that far. But still, he's going to be able to, you know, lean up and get up on poses like that. There's all those muscles and the I don't know if this is supposed to be hair, just spikes kind of simulated there, and the rib cage. Little tail is a little bit articulated. You can just turn it and go up and down just a little bit. But those legs are also single jointed knees and swivel at those knees. Again, you have a hinge at the ankle, which will go all the way tiptoes, go up about that much. Has a rocker at the ankle on this one. Has a toe hinge, even has rocker at the toe hinge, and all of these have peg holes on them as well. So that's just amazing articulation for this Bronx. He is so neat, so cool, and yeah, he's a good guy. He's Goliath's pet, and he's going to be able to talk to Battle Cat and them go into battle together. That's cool. Now, Goliath's not going to ride him, of course, but he's going to be able to work alongside of him as an ally. So that's cool. Let me go ahead and pop this head off here. As you see, it's a small ball joint there. And we're going to go ahead and bring this head. Let's look at it a little closer very quickly here. So look how impressive that is. The nostrils spread out. Still kind of, even though it's got the gargoyle kind of bat-looking ears, still kind of a dog type, you know, look almost. That tongue is impressive. Those teeth, how detailed they are. So you're going to be able to pop that on. Alright, so that second head sculpt is very hard to pop on there. I had to use the hair dryer to get it on there. But it will move some down like that. See how it goes down? And that neck will go down as well. And then you can shift that up like so. So it'll definitely look up more than it looks down in the sense of how it's designed. That's as much down as it's going there. And you'll be able to, I'm trying not to pop that head off, but he'll be able to twist and turn a little bit that way, as well as look a little bit side to side as well. But see, it's coming off. I don't know, something about this head sculpt is not attaching as good as the other one. But as I was showing you earlier, let me go ahead and move this back up. You can put, this kind of pops, it's kind of designed to go right in there. He holds his steak, his treat, his meat very well there. Awesome, that's so cool. All right, but I like the other head that's articulated. And his articulated head will still hold that steak and the narrow side, the more narrow end of the steak. He can still hold it if you wanted to use it that way. But yeah, I like the articulated head, and it does pop on a lot easier. This head on mine pops on a lot easier than that open mouth head. But that articulated head is just really cool looking and nice. I like that, because you can kind of have it open just partly and have it closed all the way, hiding all of his teeth except for his kind of bulldog looking teeth. That's kind of what you get the impression. You gotta turn his claws in and give him that bulldog look. Then you can raise that up and open that mouth about that much, and you still see that tongue detail, I should say. So that's really cool how they hide the joint. It looks really good right there. Just really cool. I like him. He's really neat. I think it's neat how this is soft goods, because it just gives him a really quality feel all the way around for this particular action figure named Bronx Goliath's pet, or at least that's what I'm pretending. Demona, and let's say Demona and Goliath's pet in my universe anyway. All right, going back over here to Demona very quickly. All right, taking this gun out, just showing you this gun's really cool. A lot of silver metallic trim on it, just very futuristic looking. So that's neat. You can use that with Thundercats or He-Man. Here's that cannon, which has like a scope on it, which is looking really cool. Just the detail on these. Kind of a vent back there. Some little rivets, just some worn looking, even dirt looking stuff, like it's not brand new. Big cannon, look at that. Isn't that cool? Like some pillars in there to make it rest against the shoulder. That is really cool. Right on her shoulder like that. She can look in that sight. That's neat. Very neat. This fits right in there. That's cool. Demona also comes with this cool book, which is hinged. Has a little latch on it. Unlike Goliath's book, this one actually opens and closes and actually has writing written in on the inside of it there, as you can see. Really cool. She can hold it, look just like she's reading from it. That is really neat. All right, looking at her articulation. Because of this hair piece back here, it's very tricky. I'm going to have to bend it back and get it in between those wings, just so you can see. I mean, she's not really going to be able to look up at all because of those wings and that hair. That's about as much as she's going to be able to look up right there. But her head will turn and pivot a little bit, so she gets really good pivot there. And just to show you how those face sculpts come on and off, you see those two holes up in there? That's the way that face sculpt goes in with those pegs. Same with the other one. I think it's a beautiful head sculpt. I really think she's a pretty action figure. And I've almost wondered, you know, if I could pretend that she was a part of the Gar race, kind of like Skeletor, but then again, they didn't have wings. I don't know. But it's still cool. I still like her muscle tone that she has. But yeah, her arms will go 360, even with the wings back there. She has bicep swivel. She's going to be able to get better than 90 degrees on a T-pose there. And then she's got a diaphragm joint which allow really good motion. She'll crunch forward that far, and she will bend not so much, bend back not much. So it's about as far as she's going to bend back. About as far as she'll bend back. And she does have swivel at the waist, Her legs will get almost full splits there. You see under the loincloth the T joint there. She has double jointed knees, which look really good for those flying poses. She's going to have the ability to go tiptoes all the way, go all the way up. Has great rockers. Also has the toe, which is technically the foot, because they kind of stand on this part of the foot. Even has some rocker there, and has the peg hole in the bottom. So she has excellent articulation, and of course those wings will ratchet all the way in and all the way out. I don't like doing them because it feels like they're going to break every time I do it. And they also will rotate like this, and that's kind of ratcheted as well just because of the tightness in that hole. But she's just looking great, and I've already shown you her hands, so she's got a lot of possibilities there. And then this tail is also able to swivel, and it has the bendy wire in it, so she's going to be able to articulate that tail, and you're going to be able to kind of use that like I've been doing to kind of help stand her too, because these figures are top heavy because of all this wing real estate up here. That's the reason I love Goliath's folded up wings that Bronx comes with here, because man, that's going to help him stand up for sure and just look better all around. And I hope we'll get one for her. It'll need to be a little different color with the blue instead of the lavender, and then the inside lavender here instead of just black. That black wash on there looks realistic, and it's basically a black on the exterior with kind of a blue wash, if you can tell in that lighting. But she's just looking good. And then the wash in her hair is kind of a two-tone, a melange going on there. Melange hairstyle, just really like the hair look there. Very animated look, but at the same time more detailed than the gargoyle cartoon, which I appreciate. I know some are purists and don't like that. Oh, and by the way, that little bracelet around her ankle, on this ankle, is not painted on. That's actually real metal right there that'll go around her ankle, whereas this one is more or less molded in plastic, I do believe. But her earrings are metal and are real. See them moving there? Sorry, I'm having problems with the focus today, but they are moving. See, they're real. That's just so cool. So look how realistic those eyes are. Not very many QC issues on my figures. They look really good. The eyes, the lipstick, the ears. It's looking really cool. Looking really, really cool there, I think. Really nice. And then these hands that is like third and fourth arms almost, with the little hands on the end. Looking neat. But there's Demona, and there is our Bronx. And we appreciate you joining us today for this Super Dave special review. Come back and see us. We've got some more action figures coming. Got a Mythic Legion on the way. And that I'm going to partner and do an episode of figures that work well with MOTU Classics and Masterverse. So I can't wait to do that. Just looking forward to some of the Masterverse figures that are coming down the pike, like Battle Armor He-Man, and of course also Sunman. I'm so excited about that. He'll be my very first Sunman. I'm excited about putting him in with the actual Masterverse, like Mattel has decided to do, which is really cool. All right. Like if you've enjoyed this. Also comment if you've got something to share. If you've not done so, please subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and we're growing, and I appreciate it because I'm getting more and more folks on board, and I'm excited about that. That's encouraging. So be blessed, and we'll talk to you next time.